This video shows how to properly load documents into the Automatic Document Feeder, or ADF, of your HP Scanjet scanner. We will demonstrate loading techniques for both same-sized and mixed-sized documents. Smooth out any folds or curls in your documents. Otherwise, it may cause a paper jam. When loading paper that is smaller than 5.8 inches wide, place the long edge of the page parallel to the paper guides. To scan fragile documents, such as photos or documents on wrinkled or very lightweight paper, place the document face down on the scanning glass. Make sure that the hatch on the document feeder is securely latched. To properly close the hatch, press until you hear a click. Adjust the paper guides to the width of the documents. Make sure that the paper guides touch the edges of the original. If there is any clearance between the paper guides and the edges of the documents, the scanned image might be skewed. Gently set the stack in the document feeder. Do not drop the stack into the feeder. Clean the scanning rollers if the rollers are visibly dirty or after scanning a document that has pencil writing on it. It is important to properly adjust the paper width guides to hold the originals. The two guides move together to center your documents. For best results when loading small documents like checks, place the longest edge parallel to the paper width guides. First, we will demonstrate loading documents for which all of the pages are the same size. Fan the stack of documents to make sure the pages do not stick together. Fan the edge that will be facing the feeder in one direction, and then fan the same edge in the opposite direction. Align the edges of the pages of the stack by first tapping along the long edge and then rotating 90 degrees and tapping the bottom edge. Avoid feeding a document with a leading edge that has been folded or frayed. Gently set the stack in the document feeder, with the top edge of the pages facing into the feeder. For best results, do not drop the stack into the feeder, and do not tap the following edge of the stack after you have placed it into the feeder. Adjust the paper width guides to the width of your documents. Do not push the guides in so tightly that they bend or bind the paper stack. You can load the document feeder with groups of documents that have different widths or lengths. If you must load stacks of mixed document sizes, you will be most successful following these tips. Adjusting the auto straighten or deskew and blank page removal options in user settings is also helpful. If your documents have the same size width but different lengths, legal and letter size for example, you can scan them as a single job. Fan through the pages to inspect for staples, paper clips, or sticky notes. Align the edges of the pages of the stack by first tapping along the long edge and then rotating 90 degrees and tapping the top edge. Avoid feeding a document with a leading edge that has been folded or frayed. Gently set the stack in the document feeder. Load the pages face up, with the top edge of the pages facing into the feeder. Adjust the paper guides to the width of your documents. Do not push the guides in so tightly that they bend or bind the paper stack. If your stack of mixed-size documents varies by width and length, you must center all documents in the feeder by width. Gently set the documents in the feeder tray, ordering them from widest to most narrow, and aligning the forward edges. Adjust the paper width guides to the width of your widest pages. Take special care to not bend the edges. Your documents are now ready to be scanned. You can find additional helpful videos at hp.com/support videos and on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/HP printer support.